Hi friends, my name is KILAVUZ. I'm an English teacher at VR Schools, and today we are gonna talk about telling the time. And what is telling the time? We talk about time. For example, what time is it? It is 2 o'clock. It is 2:30, a quarter to 10, or 10 to 5, quarter past 5. For example, we use that type in our daily lives a lot of time, but we will learn them in a detailed way. Okay, guys, and we are going on with telling the time. Yes, how do we tell the time, guys? How do we tell the time? The first question is, how do we tell the time? And one way we tell the time is with digital clocks. Okay, we tell the time with digital clocks. For example, it's an digital clock. We have that type of clocks in our homes, and as you see, we have the numbers. It is 12 o'clock. Okay, and you may see this on your microwave or the alarm clock that you used to wake up with in the morning. Yes, it's an alarm clock, as you see. It's an alarm clock, and we have this type of clock in our microwaves and dishwashers maybe, and what else we can see in our phones. We have digital clocks in our laptops, in our computers, in our smart televisions as well. We have the time. Time is very important, and nowadays the time is very important for all of us. We have plenty of time in our daily lives these days, guys, and we are moving on with the next page. Another way we tell time is with an analog clock. Yes, as you see, it is an analog clock. It's an old-fashioned clock, and you may see this type of clock on the wall in our classroom or around our school. Yes, in schools, in hospitals, in medical buildings, for example, in government buildings, we have analog clocks, because analog clocks used many times in the history. Digital clocks are in our lives about 20 years, maybe not that much, I don't know. I'm just making a guess about that, and we will continue with the next page, guys. An analog clock has two hands. It means two parts. The hour hand, the shorter hand on the clock is called the hour hand. Okay, it is like this. And the shorter, this one, is called hour hand, because it shows the hour. Okay, hour, not whore, by the way, guys. It's a well-known mistake all around the world. It is hour, and for example, it is 9. The shorter hand on the clock is called the hour hand. And guys, we are going on with the next page, and the hand in yellow is the hour hand, as you see. Yes, it is our hour hand. Okay, for example, it shows 10 o'clock, 10 10. Okay, and don't ever forget that the yellow, the yellow is the hour hand. Okay, we can go on. The minutes, the minutes, the minute hand, the longer hand on the clock is called the minute hand. Okay, the longer hand on the clock is called the minute hand, as you see, guys. And we can go with this minute hand. Let's make it an example, just like that. It is hour hand, it is minutes, it shows minutes. Okay, for example, 10:30. 10 is hour, 30 is minutes. Okay, guys, let's have a look in a detailed way. Yes, the hand in yellow is the minutes, as you see, guys. Yes, the hand in the yellow is minutes. It shows what? It shows minutes, guys. And the hand in yellow is minute hand, as you know. And you can use both analog and digital clocks to read the same time. You can use both analog and digital clocks read the same time, because analog and digital clocks at the same time can show us the same time, because the time is the same. We can never change the time. We can never play with the time. The time is a real thing in our daily lives. Let's use 5:30 as an example. Yes, we can use that. For example, this is how you show 5:30 using an analog clock, guys. Using an analog clock. No, we don't use that. Yes, analog clock. As you see, the hour near to 5, that means the hour is 5, and the minute is on what? 6. It means 30 and 5 is hour, and it is 5:30, and or we can say that 5:30. Okay, that's how we use 5:30 using an analog clock. And on the other hand, we have digital clock. This is how you show 5:30 on a digital clock. Yes, we have 5 and 30, that means it is 5:30. And if we say that AM, that means in the morning. If you say that PM, it is it's meaning that it's not in the morning, it's in the afternoon or evening or night. Okay, AM means 12 hours morning. It means 12 hours before after the afternoon. Okay, and we will deal with that later. Just I'm giving you information about that. Yes, this is how you show 5:30 on digital clock. As you see, 5 and 30. And we don't need to watch that video, I think. And that's all for this page, and we can go with this page. And telling the time, we have more details in here. And for example, 7 o'clock, or it is 7 o'clock. For example, 8 o'clock, 6:20, it is 6:20, and 10:50, it is 10:50. By the way, it's a digital calling, by the way. They are digital clocks. And 12:15, and it is 12:15. And we have more. For example, the clock is 4, the hour is 4, and the minute is what? The minute is what? 21, 10. It is what? We have 5 minutes, as you know. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and it is 10. Okay, it is 4:10 or 10 past 4. Okay, and as you see, we have two sides in the clock. This side is past, and this one is a quarter. Okay, a quarter means we have 4 quarters in a clock, in an hour, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 quarters. Okay, quarters are very important in telling the time. And guys, and we have what? We have half. Half means half of the time. Okay, it is the half of the time. It means this half and this half. Okay, past, and we have this side past, but what about this side? This side is also called 2. It is 10 to 11. It means we have 10 minutes to 11. Okay, but for example, 10 past 4, it means we pass 10 minutes in 4 hours. Okay, and what about this one? This one is also a quarter. Okay, and we have examples in here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 time, and the first one, yes, we have 4 and 5. It is 2 or past. It is in the side of past. That's why it should be used with past, and it is in the past, as I said that before. It is 5 past 4. Yes, very well. It is 5 past 4. 5 past, but which hour? 4. It is 5 past 4. And 5:10, 5 past 10. Sorry, 10 past 5. I made a mistake. Sorry about that, guys. It is 10 past 5. And what about this one? 6:15. And it is quarter past. Yes, we have a new term, quarter past. It is a quarter past 6. Yes, and it is 7:20 and it is in the past side, and it is 20 past 7 and it's also in the past. 8:25 and it is in the past, and it is 25 past 8. Yes, very well. And it is on the half, and as you see, the minute is on the half. Okay, and it is 8:30 and it is half past 8. Half past 8. Okay, and we are going on, guys. What about these ones? The minutes, I mean the minutes are in the 2, not past. We are in 2, and that's why our clock is in 2, and it is 20 to 10. Yes, it is 25, 10, 15, 20. 20 to 10. Yes, very well. And it is quarter, because our minute is in the quarter, and 5, 10, 15. 15 minutes means quarter, and 30 minutes means half. Okay, guys, and it's a quarter to 11. Yes, and it is 11:50, and that means it is 10 to 12. Our clock is on 11, but 2 means, by saying 2, I refer to next hour. After 11 we have 12, and that means it is 10 to 12. Okay, don't ever forget that, guys. And my friend, we finished that also, and the next one is asking and telling the time. How we can ask and tell the time, by the way? Yes, time. And what is time? Time is what we use a clock to measure. Information about time tells us the durations of events and when they occur, and which events happen before which others. Okay, and we are going out with, there are 2 common ways of telling the time. Yes, and say the hour first and the minutes. We should say the hour first and then the minutes, hour and minutes. For example, it is 6:25, it is 6:25. 8:05, it is 8:0. When we have 0, we should say that O. 8:05. The O is said like the letter O. Okay, the 0 is said like the letter O. And 9:11, it is 9:11. 2:34, it is 2:34, my friends. And say the minutes first and then the hour. Minutes and past or to hour. When we should say past or to, we should say the minutes first and the hour later. 4 minutes, we use past after the minutes. 31 to 59, we use to after the minutes. This is very important, guys. 4 minutes between 1 and 30, we use past. 4 minutes that 31 and 59, we use to after the minutes. For example, 2:35, it is 25 to 3. I use 3 because 2 means the next hour, and After 2 we have 3 as well. 11:20, it is 20 past 11. 11:20, it is 20 past 11 because 20 between 1 and 30. When it is 15 minutes past the hour, we normally say a quarter past. For example, 7:15, it's a quarter past 7. When it is 15 minutes before the hour, we normally say a quarter to. And what about 12:45? It is quarter to 1. We have 1 quarter to 1 hour. Okay, a quarter means 15 minutes. When it is 30 minutes past the hour, we normally say half past 2:30 and half past. And when it is 3:30, it is half past 3, but we can also say 3:30. 3:30 means digital clock. Half past 3, it's analog. Okay. And guys, we are going on with o'clock. Use o'clock only at the full hour. When we have no minutes, I mean 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, we use o'clock when there are no minutes. Okay, examples: we use o'clock when there are no minutes. Yes, for example, 9. It is 9. It is 9 o'clock. It is 11. It is 11 o'clock. As you see, we have no what? We have no we can't use that, and that's it. As you see, why I can't pick a suitable color. Yes, as you see, we don't have m minutes. Okay, it is 9, it is 11, guys. And guys, I think that's all for this subject, and we learned today how we tell the time. Telling the time is very important in our daily lives, as you see. And we learned minutes, hour, past, to, quarter, quarter past, quarter to, half past, and we learned the time schedule today. And telling the time is very important, guys. Don't ever forget that topic. And thanks for listening and watching, guys, and see you next session. Bye. Thank you.